Hey everyone, welcome back to Sito's Kitchen. This is Judy and my mom, and she's got her fancy new apron on today from the holidays.
Okay.
Beautiful, huh? You like it?
I like it very much.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay. So today we're making it's sort of like a pizza, and we call it Shambooduc, and I'll write it down for you. And basically it's like a little meat pie. So what we're going to do is part one, we're going to start with the dough, which is very simple. And we have 10 cups of flour in this bowl, and we have 1 tablespoon of salt. And in here, and as you can see, we've had a lot of fun filming, so that we've waited a long time for the yeast. And here is 3 teaspoons of yeast with 3/4 of a cup of warm water and a tablespoon of sugar. So that's fermenting, and like I said, that's been sitting around a little bit now until we got our act together. And so we're going to add the yeast liquid into the flour, and my mom's going to add some hot water, and she's going to wait for that consistency that she's looking for the dough. So, Mom, okay, you ready to put that in? Okay. Wow. That sure did ferment a lot there. Okay. So she's gonna take it a little bit at a time until she gets what she needs. So in here we put in 5 cups of hot water, but she may not use it all. So she's just gonna get that consistency that she needs. Consistency, and she's kneaded it through. We're gonna let it sit for how long?
2 hours.
2 hours covered?
Yeah.
2 hours covered, and that'll probably double in size. And then we'll come back and show you how we separate them into small segments and then make the pies.
Just wait for him a little bit.
Okay. The smell in the house when you walk in my mom's house when she's baking these is just so good. All those memories of growing up with all these aromas in the house is just so comforting. How's that feel? Good?
All right. I'm gonna.
Okay. Okay, bless the bread, and we will let this sit for a couple hours.
Give it cover.
And we'll put the cover on, and we'll be back to you as soon as we're ready to lay it out. Okay, so we're back, and the dough has risen about a couple hours. And what my mom does is she takes a plastic bag, a grocery bag, and she'll just lay some flour on it, and that's what she uses to keep the dough from sticking. So what we did was we took this size shape ball, and she's just rolling them in the flour, and we're gonna just lay them back down on this old cloth that she's had for her bread. And if you can see them all here, how many balls of flour that we got just from the 10 cups. So we're going to finish this, and we're going to cover the bread, and we're going to let those sit for about 15 minutes, and we'll be right back. So here we go. These stay covered, go to sleep for a little while, and we'll be right back with the meat mixture. Okay everyone, we're back in the kitchen with Sito, and the bread has risen, and now we're going to make the meat mixture. So what we're going to do is we have 2 pounds of Hamburg, and to that we're going to add a tablespoon of salt, a
Allspice.
teaspoon of allspice, and a little bit more than a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And
Depends what everybody like.
yeah, it depends to your taste. A small onion chopped very fine, and half of a red pepper chopped very fine. So we're going to add that all to the hamburger mixture. Okay. And then we're going to have about 3/4 of a cup of chopped Italian flat parsley. And that all goes in. And then you have a can of tomato paste. And this whole can goes in. Okay. So scrape that out as good as you can. Okay. All right. So then what you do is you get nice and messy and you mix it all up.
Delicious.
That's right. So what you're doing is you're just mixing it up, and I think my mom wants to add a little bit more salt, but we'll do a little taste test. Not an eat test, but a taste test. I know that probably sounds gross that we're testing raw hamburger, but you're not really eating it. You're just gonna touch it to your tongue to see if the salt content is enough. So as you can see, you're just mixing it. Okay, almost like, you're mixing a meatloaf or something. So she's gonna just test it. And she'll see if there's enough flavoring in there. If not, then you just adjust. And you can do the same thing too. And the other thing I wanted to mention is,
Okay, that's enough.
okay. The other thing I wanted to mention is if you don't want to use meat and you want to stay away from meat, you could chop up a bunch of zucchini, all your favorite vegetables, chop them up really fine, add some cheese to it if you want, and then you can add the tomato paste. Just adjust everything to your liking, okay? So that way you can, stay away if you don't eat meat.
Okay.
Okay, but don't use chicken. I wouldn't use, well, I guess you could use ground chicken or, but, okay. So what do you think, Mom? Is that good? Mm-hmm. Okay, so now that the meat is ready to go, as you can see, all of the bread is, well, we're not going to do all of them right now. We want to uncover all of them, but you can see that my mom's, again, is using, brilliant idea, shopping bag, and puts the meat in the center, flattens out the dough with her fingers, and
do it.
you get a close-up on that.
Want to do it now?
Okay, and then she's just going to fold in and pinch around the edges so it becomes like a little pie. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to do all these little pizzas. I guess you could call them little pizzas. And they're going to go right on this tray. Put that here. And they're just going to be put on this tray, all filled up, and the oven's preheating at 400 degrees. And
15 minutes, all done.
okay, and they only need 15 minutes. And she has a gas oven, so electric ovens may vary. I don't know, but probably, just check them because you want them to be a little brown underneath. But we'll show you what they look like when we're done, so we will get that all together. And she stays right on the flour, so nothing is sticky. And it's okay to have that much flour. But we have one station over here, so...
Want to do that, Auntie?
Yeah.
Making that here.
Okay. I'll pinch, you stuff. Okay. So we've been making these for years and years, and they're just so good. Open-faced. Okay, so you want to lift them up so the juice doesn't come out onto the pan. So
Yeah.
We're going to fast forward this for you, but it gives you a good idea on what we need to do.
Yeah.
Okay, what I wanted to do, I wanted to come back really quick and show you another way that you can make these shambooduc. Is you take one of the circles and you fill half of it and then you fold it. So my mom's going to show you how to do that right here.
Okay.
So you make a little pizza pie circle and then you put it on one half and then you fold it over. Okay, and then you press it down. It's like a calzone in that kind of way. And then you pinch the sides just like you pinch the circles. So it's just a different way to make them. So that's how we can make a plate of those two, a pan of those two. So I'll be back to you when we are finished. I'm just finishing up the last of the shambooduc here. So these are all ready to go. We have a tray in the oven already. And these you'll notice we have not done anything with yet because we got a little surprise for you at the end. We're going to bake these as they are and make like a little puffy Syrian bread. So I'm not sure how to do it, but do you flatten them first, Mom?
Okay.
Oh, you put two together. Ah,
A little.
I'm learning something every day.
Okay, now.
Okay, so you put them on top of each other so you get a space, the air inside, is that why?
Now gonna be the rest after gonna bake them.
Okay, so we've made two things here. You can see she took 3 balls and she pressed them down together. So there's gonna be some air in between that creates the pockets. So these are gonna rest while we cook the shambooduc, and we will bake those after, and we'll show you what we do with that bread after. So we'll be back. Okay, welcome back, and we are done with the baking process. And I just wanted to show you what these delicious babies look like. They are so good, and the house smells wonderful, and the juice from the meat just absorbs into the bread, and they're just so delicious. And this is what I grew up on. No wonder I'm not a size 2, right? So I hope you enjoy that and give it a try. Now the other thing I promised you is what we were going to do with just the bread by itself. So we bake the bread in the oven, and when it's hot, you take it out, and then you just slice it into small pieces, small chunks like this. And not too big, just enough, and it's still hot, so you want just to put it in the bowl, get it all in there, and once that's all in the bowl, then you take
I'll wash my hands.
then you take some butter and you get it in the bowl, and it's gonna melt from the heat of the bread. Okay?
Okay,
And my mother uses her hands, so go right ahead. Okay. So she's just gonna mush it with her hands. And this is called, what's it called?
Psise.
Sise? Sise?
Psise.
Psise. That's what it's called, Sise.
Okay.
I don't know how to spell it. That's what it's called.
Well, she liked to eat it, that's all.
Yeah, we just like to eat it. Again, not a size 2. Okay. So once she gets all the butter in there and is melted from the heat of the bread, she's going to add some just regular maple syrup to that.
Well, I have this.
So what do we start with, 1/4 cup, you think? Now again, my mom doesn't measure everything, so we're just gonna go with it.
Yeah. That's this way. All right.
Okay, so I'm guessing that was probably about 1/4 cup, a little bit more.
Yeah.
And just getting the maple syrup absorbed into the bread. And then you let it just sit. What, you let it sit or you eat it right away?
Do you think later? Yeah.
Okay. Let's give it a try.
Go ahead.
Oh, delicious. So, thank you again for coming into Sito's kitchen with us and enjoying the Shambooduc and the abscisse.
Yeah.
And
This one closed, this one open.
yep, so we have them closed and open and some abscisse.
I hope you do it. Please try it. I love you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Hey everyone, it's Judy and my mom again in Sito's kitchen. Welcome back for show number 2. And today we're going to be making...
Uli sfiha.
I know they're out there. Oh my god. Okay.
Sfiha. Kala Shambooduc, but uli sfiha.
I can't say speed, huh?
All right.
Okay.
Good. You are a crazy kid.
All right.
With ace.
All right. Wait a minute. Wait. I gotta start over.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's Judy and my mom here again for show number 2 into Sito's kitchen. Welcome back, and just wanted to show you all this recipe that has been in our family for a long time, since I was a little girl. And this is called Shambooduc, and there's another name for it. Mom, what do you call it?
Okay. Okay, I don't know everyone.
Sophia.
Kala sfiha too, but
Okay.
I don't know. All right, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Come on, hold your mother. Nothing big deal about it. Come on, flour and salt.
Okay, hold on.
Oh my God.